And that, of course, brings us to the Kearney boys, who I think most of us in this room know had what we could call a pretty good season. 3 losses on the year. They once again got down to Columbia and got the ultimate prize, that big trophy in the shape of the state of Missouri with the first place written under it. It was a heck of a fun run, always fun and neat to see one of the teams in our area get a state title. It kind of comes special to me because I get to know that team on the way and watch them mature through the districts and on. And no different here with Coach Belcher and his ball club that claimed the Class 4 title. Can't say enough about the 4 young men who are on there, so I'm going to let him say it. Seniors, Dylan Starzl, Tyler Funk, Grant Kozak, and Alex Klanowski.
Okay, I got a bunch of thank yous to take care of first. To Chris, Brian, the radio station next to this nice banquet, and the coaches show that they put on allows us to talk about our teams on a bi-weekly basis, and I think that's important to promote our kids. To Hy-Vee and HCMC, if you're hosting the banquet and catering, I think these guys put about 3 or 4 plates away, so that's good. To my family, my wife, my parents, and to all of these sports families that are represented here, the Funks, the Klanowskis, the Starzls, and the Kozaks. And to each athlete and coaches here, I know the boys coaches for sure. I appreciate you guys recognizing in your ballot what these young men accomplished this year. Before I get into the accomplishments of these young guys, there's one nice thing about having 4 seniors. If you can give some insight about them and know that they're not going to come back and do anything to you because their career's over. The sad part is their career's over for us, and so we're going to have to go then. But I'm going to first talk about Tyler and Dylan and share a little story about them during their freshman year. How many have heard of indirect technicals before? Well, I'm going to share my first indirect technical with Tyler and Dylan. We were playing in a conference game. I think we were 0-, whatever that season started out. They were both on the floor. Things weren't going our way. I called a timeout, got in the huddle and said, I'm really frustrated, fellas. These may be the worst officials. In fact, I think they are the worst officials in the Kansas City area. We're just going to have to play 5 on 18. So these two are just coach pleasers from the get-go. If I told them to go take the trash out right now, they'd probably go do it. And so they go out on the floor before the ball's inbound, and I see both of them talking to the official on the baseline. I'm like, no, this is probably not good. So, lo and behold, I was right. All of a sudden, the whistle blows. Here comes the official towards the scorer's table. Technical foul. Great. So, what did they say? Technical foul on the Kearney coach. And I called timeout, brought the team over, and I asked the official, I said, what happened? He said, Coach, I'm not going to talk to you about it. You need to talk to your 2 players. So I got him in the huddle, and I said, fellas, what you guys say today? And Tyler, he spoke up because he's the talker of the 2. And Dylan just kind of follows. And so Tyler goes, well, Coach, I just went up to the official and asked him, I said, do you ever give technicals for what people think? And it was just dead silent. And I said, Tyler, what did the official say? He said, no. So it got silent again. Dylan's head was down. He raised his head up and said, well, Coach, it's probably my fault because I said, well, that's good because our coach thinks you stink and you're the worst official in Kansas City area. So, to those of you bringing freshmen up, they're very naive and they listen to exactly what you tell them and they try to execute it to the T. Did I get that story right? They have no idea what I just said, so that's okay. To the other 2, Grant and Alex, I think they did this on purpose. They're both dressed in black so you can tell who I'm talking about. These guys are perfectionists, and well, all 4 of them are for that matter. Anything you ask them to do to a fault, they'll try to do it to the best of their ability. And this past winter, Grant and Alex were both taking child development class, and they were in child development, and they don't settle for anything but A's on their tests. And taking that last test, I want to make sure they finish the semester with an A. Grant's sitting in front of Alex. He turns around to Alex and says, "Alex, what's the answer to that question?" Alex goes, "Well, what question?" "Old MacDonald had a blank." Alex just about started chuckling right in the middle of class and whispered to him, "Farm." Grant goes, "Oh yeah, farm." Kind of silent for a second. Grant looks back and goes, "Alex, how do you spell farm?" Alex laughed again. He says, "Great, it's E-I-E-I-O." So, this is what I'm dealing with and have dealt with for 4 years. But all kidding aside, I know, you know, it's my last chance to poke fun at these guys. They're great young men, and I just want to share some things that happened. That, you don't remember that either, do you? That's what I thought that. Child development, they would never take the class, probably. Anyway, a little bit about each. I'm going to start with Grant, who's at the far right from me, far left. Grant averaged 12 points, 8 rebounds for us this season. Probably our most improved player this year. He was the one lone non-starter off the team that made it to the finals a year ago. And, you know, he started last spring improving his game to step into that 4 spot, and he did a great job. And probably best exemplify this and what he did for this team is in the state semifinals this year against Republic. I think it's the second or third minute of the game. Tyler tries to throw an alley-oop pass to him, and Grant goes up and rolls his ankle. And we thought he was done for the whole tournament. And in fact, we didn't see him until halftime. He came out and played the whole second half, fit him in a brace, and played the next day. And in the fourth quarter, game's on the line, he goes flying over to press row. I think it's pretty close to where you guys are sitting. And here's a kid who can barely walk, and that just says everything that needs to be said about Grant Kozak. Tyler Funk, who is the closest to me in the purple, led us in almost every defensive category this year. Steals, deflections, hustles, taking charges, spilling team water. You ask Tyler to do it, he can do it. His motor just does not stop. And he has an interesting state story as well. We went down a day early to the state tournament. On Thursday night, we practiced at Columbia College. And we got 20 minutes into it, and there goes his ankle. And he's done. He's sitting. Everybody's going, no, Tyler's not going to play. Tyler. I knew that this was going to be the case. He knew that was going to be the case. He played the whole game, both games, and didn't miss a beat. And then that just kind of says something about him. Alex Panowski, the other one in black, who spelled E-I-E-I-O, by the way, get that straight. He tallied 67 three-pointers 2 consecutive years in a row. And that's tremendous. That's very consistent. He was our go-to guy anytime we needed a 3-point shot. He kind of opened things up inside for Dylan and Grant. And, you know, his biggest accomplishment in the state situation was that he got 4 bags of IV during the morning of our semifinal game against Republic. He had been up sick all night long. Get a call about 5:30 in the morning. "Hey, come on down, Alex is pretty sick." We go down, sure enough, we get up, he's dehydrated. His parents show up to take him, get him 4 bags of IV. Lo and behold, he's out starting the semifinal game that night, about 4 hours later from the urgent care. The next day, we're down 7.5 against Borgia. We come out, score a 2-point play, and he hits 2 big threes. We get up 1, and of course, we go on to win the state championship. So that says a lot about his makeup as well. And then finally, Dylan Starza, who's in the teal shirt, right there, all color, identifying that way. He led us in almost every offensive category. 14 points a game, 9 boards. He had 2 great days at the Final Four. In fact, his 20 points